the binomial expansion example 3. We want to find the term independent of x, that's the constant term, the term that won't have an x in it, in the expansion of 2x minus 3 over x to the 10. Well, I know the powers have to add up to 10. So I'm going to have 2x to one power, and the negative 3 over x is going to be to another power, but those powers must add up to 10, and we also want the x's to cancel. So with an x here that's on the top and an x here that's on the bottom, if we go for 5 on both, that will do the trick. Then all we need to do is add in the binomial coefficient. So that's 10c, and the bottom of this will always be the same as the power. So 10c5. In fact, because of the symmetry of Pascal's triangle, it doesn't matter whether you take the power of this one or the power of this one. Clearly it doesn't in this case because they're both 5, but when they're different it doesn't really matter. So we need 10c5. So 10c5, that's going to give me 252. So that's 252. Now I have 2 to the power 5, so that's 32. And of course we've got the x to the 5 there. And then this is negative to the power 5. So overall this is going to work out being negative. Then I've got 3 to the power 5. So we want 3 to the power 5, which is 243. And x on the bottom to the power 5. So that's going to be over x to the 5 there. And then those obviously cancel. So we've got negative 252 times 32 times 243. And we just need to cancel that, calculate that, sorry. So 243 is already in the calculator. Multiply it by 32, multiplied by 252. Gives us this number here, so that's negative 195,955,2. Now this one is a bit trickier. We've got 2x cubed, which we need to put to some power, and we've got 1 over x squared, which we need to put to some power. Now you might spot the powers that actually make these cancel, but let's be systematic. We know these powers are going to have to add to 10. So if I call this one n, and I call this one then 10 minus n, they add. So from the first bracket, the power of x that we get would be x to the 3n. From the second bracket, we'd get x squared to the 10 minus n. Now, for them to cancel, we have to have 3n is equal to twice to the 10 minus n, and then they'll cancel. So 3n is going to be equal to 20, take away 2n. 5n equals 20, gives us n equals 4. So if I now have this one as 4, and this one as 6, we can see that's going to work because x cubed to the 4 is x to the 12, x squared to the 6 is x to the 12, so they will cancel now. And our coefficient is going to be 10c4. We could just as easily use 10c6 because 10c4 and 10c6 are equal. So what I'm going to need is, to start with, 10c4. So that gives me 210. So I've got 210. 2 to the power 4 is 16, so that's going to be 16x to the 12. And then, well, 1 to the 6 is just 1, so it's 1 over x to the 12. Clearly those are going to cancel. That was most of the thrust of what we did. So we're just left with 210 times 16, and we can calculate that. So we've got 210, multiply that by 16, and that gives us 3,360.